Ah, steam rising from bamboo baskets in a bustling Chinese market, golden empanadas crisping in a Latin American street stall, delicate ravioli floating in an Italian pot, and spicy momos sizzling on an Indian griddle. Dumplings really do transcend borders. They are not just food, they are edible symbols of comfort, family, and ingenuity. Across continents and centuries, humans have discovered the same joyful secret wrap dough around a filling, cook it with care, and share it with loved ones. While the shapes, fillings, and flavors may differ, the universal story of dumplings is that of togetherness and culinary heritage. Today let's explore how four rich traditions, Chinese, Indian, Italian, and Latin American, celebrate dumplings, and even better, learn how to make them at home with authentic recipes that bring global flavors straight into your kitchen. Dumplings are one of the oldest foods we know, with references dating back thousands of years. Their genius lies in simplicity. At their core, they require only flour and water for the wrapper, and whatever ingredients a household has on hand for the filling. They are portable, filling, and versatile, making them perfect for farmers, travelers, and families alike. More importantly, they are communal foods, made in batches, crafted by hand, and often enjoyed during celebrations. Every culture adds its own touch, whether it is the pleated edges of Chinese jiaozi, the spice-laden interior of Indian momos, the cheese-filled softness of Italian ravioli, or the hearty bite of Latin American empanadas. In their variety, dumplings show us how cultures innovate differently, yet arrive at the same comforting solution. In China, dumplings known as jiaozi are more than just food, they are tradition itself. They are eaten especially during Lunar New Year, where their crescent shape resembles ancient gold ingots, symbolizing wealth and prosperity. Families often gather on New Year's Eve to fold dumplings together, turning cooking into a cherished bonding ritual. Chinese dumplings come in many styles, steamed, boiled, or pan-fried. While fillings vary regionally, the most iconic is a mixture of ground pork, cabbage, ginger, and garlic, wrapped in delicate wheat dough. A staple for centuries, jiaozi show how a simple dish can carry deep cultural meaning. Authentic Chinese dumpling recipe. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of warm water, 200 grams of ground pork, 1 cup of finely chopped Napa cabbage, 2 green onions chopped, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, 1 garlic clove minced, and a pinch of salt and white pepper. Mix flour and warm water to form a soft dough, knead for 5 minutes, then let it rest for 30 minutes. Roll into thin wrappers. Mix pork, cabbage, onions, soy sauce, sesame oil, ginger, garlic, salt, and pepper for the filling. Place a teaspoon of filling in the center of each wrapper, fold and pleat to seal. Boil in salted water until they float, about 5 minutes, or pan fry with a splash of water until golden and steamed through. Serve hot with dipping sauce made from soy sauce, vinegar, and chili oil. In the northern parts of India and throughout Nepal and Tibet, dumplings take the form of momos. Unlike their Chinese cousins, momos are typically steamed and served with a fiery chili chutney that balances the richness of the dough and filling. Originally influenced by Tibetan cuisine, momos have become an inseparable part of Indian street food culture, enjoyed in cities from Delhi to Darjeeling. The fillings vary from spiced vegetables to chicken or paneer, always seasoned generously with ginger, garlic, cumin, and chilies. Momos are a testament to how spices can transform a simple dumpling into a flavor explosion, offering warmth against the cool mountain climate where they first thrived. Alright, let's dive into a delightful vegetable momo recipe. You'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour and half a cup of water. For the filling, gather 1 cup of finely shredded cabbage, 1 small grated carrot, half a cup of finely chopped onion, a teaspoon each of ginger paste and garlic paste, 1 minced green chili, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, a teaspoon of soy sauce, a tablespoon of oil, and of course salt to taste. First, make a dough with the flour and water, knead it until smooth, and let it rest for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, heat oil in a pan and saute the onion, ginger, garlic, and chili until they're wonderfully fragrant. Add the cabbage and carrot, cooking for 3 minutes, then season with cumin, soy sauce, and salt. Allow the filling to cool, roll the dough thin, cut into circles, and place a tablespoon of filling in each. Pleat and seal those little parcels. Steam them for 12 to 15 minutes. Serve hot with chili garlic chutney. Enjoy! Italy's version of dumplings comes dressed in elegance. Ravioli, delicate pillows of pasta filled with cheese, vegetables, or meat, date back to medieval times. They represent the Italian mastery of transforming humble ingredients into refined dishes. Unlike Asian dumplings, ravioli are usually boiled and served with sauce, turning them into hearty meals rather than snacks. A classic combination is ricotta and spinach, enhanced with nutmeg and parmesan, dressed in butter and sage. While ravioli might look refined, they carry the same handmade soul as dumplings worldwide. Kneaded dough, carefully sealed edges, and a filling that celebrates local produce. Alright, let's dive into a classic, ricotta and spinach ravioli. You'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 3 large eggs. For the filling, grab 250 grams of ricotta cheese, 1 cup of cooked spinach, make sure it's finely chopped and squeezed dry, a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and, well, salt and black pepper to taste. For the sauce, you'll want 2 tablespoons of butter and some fresh sage leaves. So, on a clean surface, make a well in the flour, add those eggs, and knead it all together until you get a smooth pasta dough. Let it rest for about 30 minutes. Meanwhile, mix together the ricotta, spinach, parmesan, nutmeg, salt, and pepper. Once your dough's ready, roll it out nice and thin. Spoon the filling at intervals, cover with another sheet, and press to seal. Then, just cut it into squares. Boil the ravioli for 3 to 4 minutes, just until they're al dente. In a pan, melt your butter with the sage leaves and toss the ravioli gently before serving. Enjoy! In Latin America, dumplings often take the form of empanadas, half-moon pastries filled with savory meats, cheese, or even sweet fruits. The name comes from the Spanish verb empanar, meaning to wrap or coat in bread. Introduced by Spanish colonists, empanadas quickly adapted to local tastes, with cornmeal or wheat dough filled with regional ingredients like beef, olives, potatoes, or plantains. Empanadas are fried or baked, making them portable and perfect for festivals, street food, or family gatherings. Whether enjoyed in Argentina, Colombia, or Mexico, they carry the same comforting role as dumplings elsewhere, food to share and savor. Beef empanada recipe. 2½ cups all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon salt, half a cup cold butter cubed, 1 egg, 1/3 cup cold water, 300 grams ground beef, 1 small onion diced, 1 clove garlic minced, half a teaspoon paprika, half a teaspoon cumin, a 1/4 teaspoon chili powder, 2 tablespoons chopped green olives, salt and pepper to taste, oil for frying, mix flour and salt, cut and butter until crumbly, add egg and water, knead into dough, chill for 30 minutes. For filling, sauté onion and garlic, add beef and spices, cook until browned, stir in olives, season well and cool. Roll dough thin, cut circles, place 1 tablespoon filling inside, fold and crimp edges. Fry in hot oil until golden brown, or bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 190 Celsius, for 20 to 25 minutes. Despite their differences, dumplings from China, India, Italy, and Latin America share remarkable similarities. They begin with simple dough, filled with ingredients that reflect local resources, cooked with methods suited to the region, and enjoyed in groups. Dumplings represent adaptability, making the most of whatever is available while creating food that feels indulgent and comforting. At their heart, dumplings are more than sustenance. They are rituals, stories, and heritage wrapped in dough. They connect generations and communities, whether it is grandparents teaching grandchildren how to pleat, or cooks adapting recipes to modern kitchens. Dumplings show us that comfort food is universal. Across continents, humans discovered the joy of wrapping dough around something flavorful, cooking it with care, and sharing it with others. From Chinese jiaozi that symbolize prosperity, to Indian momos bursting with spices, to Italian ravioli bathed in butter and sage, to Latin American empanadas with their golden crust, dumplings remind us that food unites cultures as much as it distinguishes them. If you love learning about global culinary traditions and want more recipes that connect the world through food, don't forget to subscribe to Global Culinary Heritage on YouTube and share this article with fellow food lovers. Together, let's keep these flavors alive and cooking.